Hi, my name is Heather Westlake. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. I wanted to share with you some of the new products that are in the mini catalog that just started. It runs from January to June 2021. For the first time I'm doing product shares, and so I have a whole bunch of new stuff that I wanted to show you while I had it. I'm going to just kind of start and go through the catalog with the new stuff that I have to show you. The first thing I want to say is that all of the designer series paper I'm going to be showing, except for the Dandy Garden Suite, started out actually at 12 by 12, and I have cut them down to 6 by 6 inch squares for the product shares. So just want to point that out. The first suite is the Love You Always suite. It has these matte black dots. Has some heart charms that are really pretty. They can be colored with the Stampin' Up! Blends, which are the alcohol markers. There's some Blushing Bride metallic ribbon that's really pretty. I don't know if you can see, but it's more metallic-y on one side than the other, but very pretty. There's also these Love You Treat boxes. They don't come folded together, but they're pretty simple just to put them together. They come 10 in a box, and this is how big they are compared to my hand. They also have some Love You Always foil sheets. Again, these are 12 by 12 sheets that I've cut some and used some. They come in 3 different colors. There are 2 of each color. There's some Rococo Rose, Sahara Sand, and then Blushing Bride. There's also some designer series paper that's just beautiful. Here it's black and white, but can easily be colored either with markers or pretty gorgeous with the Stampin' Blends as well. Those are the alcohol markers that can even look more three-dimensional with the darks and the lights. So this shows all the different sides of all of the paper there. In the suite, there's also a Love You Always Specialty Designer Series paper. Really pretty shimmery designs on it. Again, 3 colors, the Blushing Bride, the Rococo Rose, and the Sahara Sand. The next suite is a Hydrangea Hill suite. It has some beautiful, gorgeous grape ribbon, and you can use that to adorn your projects. It's 3/8 inch. Also has some pastel pearls that are real pretty shimmery, kind of a gray, a darker purple, and then a pinkish purple. It also has some designer series paper that started out as 12 by 12. I also should say that most of these have stamp sets to go with them, but that's not part of the product share, so I don't have all of those. I'll talk more about the one that I have when I get there. I'm also trying to kind of go through these in the order they are in the catalog. So if you start at the beginning of the catalog and flip through, you'll kind of run into these. So these are just really pretty, beautifully made papers with different colors and patterns on both sides. This suite also has Hydrangea Hill Mercury Glass Designer Acetate. If you've never used it before, it's kind of a plastic, kind of a see-through plastic. On one side, there's 2 different colors, kind of a pinkish, and then the other's a purple. But on the other side, it's actually a silver, if you can see that. There's some different patterns. Some of the speckles or splatters are a little bit bigger than others, but the back side has silver, and then on the front is where the color is. And again, those sheets come in 12 by 12. The next suite is the Dandy Garden Suite. This is the one I was talking about, that the designer series paper is a little bit different. This one, it's already cut in 6 by 6 inch pieces, and it actually has more. It has 48 sheets, and there's 4 of 12 different designs. So I've kind of laid these out so you can kind of see here. This is one side of the patterns. And then on the other side, they're kind of more like these dandelion things, and also some beautiful dragonflies mixed in. Really pretty lush colors, a little bit of some bumblebee in there, some rich raspberries. So just really pretty, and a lot of pieces to use for your projects. There also are some Ladybug Trinkets. And that's what they look like. If you can see those little people crawling around there, little bugs crawling around. There's also some Mossy Meadow braided twine, braided linen trim. So that coordinates with that set as well. The next suite is my favorite. It's called the Fine Art Floral Suite. And just beautifully created artwork, and then they took pictures of it and used those photographs to make the designer series paper. And it's actually worth kind of showing you each page. It's just gorgeous in the details. So this is showing both sides of the designer series paper. And again, this is originally 12 by 12. You can actually see where they've painted in the original artwork with a palette knife and just really deep, thick paint there. Pretty much speaks for itself how pretty it is. These are great kind of subtle patterns to use on the other side. So again, those were originally 12 by 12. There's also some lovely ribbon that kind of has some gold flecking in it, and so it's really pretty as well, if you can see that. It's also Golden Garden Designer Specialty Acetate, and so how it works, there's 3 different patterns. So there's kind of this one and kind of the floral one, and then I'll show you another one in a minute. On one side it's actually looks silver, and on the other side it actually is kind of a gold foil. So when you turn it over, it's got a different look. The last sheet is this big sheet, and it actually coordinates, as you can see, with one of the specific pieces in the designer series paper. I don't know if you can see that very well. So where it kind of speckles and it's gold, that's the acetate, if you can see that. Hopefully you can. Anyway, very pretty suite. I actually have some samples of this one, and I have the stamp set and the dies to show you as well. The stamp set is called Art Gallery. It has some beautiful flowers and stems that go with it. Also has some words. I missed you. Happy birthday. Congratulations. Good luck. Sorry. Thank you. Best wishes. You are lovely, and I'm thinking of you. And they fit great in some of the dies. This other die also says just want to say. I have some samples with that so you can see that. I have to say thank you to people on Pinterest. That's where all of these ideas came from. So this one opens a little bit differently, and it just has some of the designer series paper on the inside. This one I used some of the designer series paper and just fussy cut it out, and then used that on the front flap. And then thank you, and then another little piece of flower on the inside. There's also an embossing folder that's new. It's got this almost as if it had painted texture on it. So this is done with it on the front. And what I did after I ran the navy through the embossing folder, I took my Versamark and kind of wiped in some of the places and then put gold embossing powder on it. So there's an idea there. All of them have something on the inside as well. This one, the background is just the designer series paper, and then I stamped some of the flowers and used the dies to cut them out. These beautiful font words are actually in a stamp set called Heal Your Heart, which you can get for free right now during January and February if you order $50 or more. It's part of the Sale-A-Bration, so you can get that there. On the inside it says, I don't know what I would do without you. This one is just the designer series paper with a sheet of vellum over it, and then some of the flowers just fussy cut out. On the inside, sorry for your loss. And that saying is also from that Heal Your Heart stamp set that you can get for free. This one, I'm thinking of you, some of the paper, some of the ribbon. Again, some of the paper, some of the ribbon. Some of the paper. Again, this pretty saying is also from the Heal Your Heart stamp set. It's part of Sale-A-Bration. So I used that embossing folder again, and this time, I don't know if you can see, but I actually wiped some of the color with a sponge dauber to catch some of that texture as though it was painted. This one opens here, and then some of the designer series paper here on the inside flap. This one again, another one with the embossing folder and some color added to it. The paper itself is so beautiful that really it can stand alone if you add a sentiment and some bling. Again, this is another saying from that Heal Your Heart stamp set. This This one I used the gold foil and ran it through an embossing folder and then added a little bit of the acetate. You can see there. Another piece of acetate. This time I flipped it over so the silver side is up, and this is some of the Sahara Sand Love You foil sheets. Here's where I used part of that Just Want to Say, but I only used the word just from it. And again, there's another piece of acetate there on top of the designer paper. Another some of the silver acetate. And this time some of the gold acetate with the designer series paper. It's just a beautiful stamp set, and just gorgeous cards can be made from it, as well as scrapbook pages. The next suite is called Sand and Sea. Has some beautiful artwork relating to the ocean. So there's some that are just dots, some looks like sand in different waves of color. There's seashells. These almost looked as if you watercolored them and put some salt into it. That's what that would look like. Also looks like water on sand. Some more shells, some more texture, and then some more shells. Again, that set was cut down from 12 by 12. There's also some new opal rounds that are kind of sparkly and shiny. That goes with that suite, as well as these stickers. There is 15 of these 3 different patterns. And there's this pearlescent specialty paper. And again, it's 12 by 12. I cut it down. It includes 2 sheets. And I don't know if you can see it very well. It's almost like our shimmery paper, only a little bit lighter texture. So that's what that looks like. The next suite is the Ice Cream Corner Suite. And again, these have really cute stamp sets that go with them. This one has new ribbon. It's Blackberry Bliss. And very delicate, but very pretty. It's kind of got lines down. I don't know if you can see that. And it's got these cute little ice cream cones. And some little speckles, almost as if sprinkles. And then just some big color. Different colors, different patterns, very bright, really pretty. This one kind of looks like a cone, ice cream cone, and then the ice cream on the top. Next one is Snail Mail Suite. As a general rule, I'm not drawn to snails, but these are pretty cute, and I do love the colors in it. Again, this was cut down from 12 by 12. There's some little mushrooms, and these say hello in different languages. There's some envelopes, little postage stamps, just some swirls, some cute little snails. Again, just dotted lines, snails, really cute hearts, some more cute mushrooms, and then just some different patterns and more cute snails. This has some snail mail twine combo packs. So there's a white and then a light pink brushing bride there. And they have these resin hearts embellishment. As you can see, they come in white and real red, and they're pretty cute too, with adhesive on the back. The last suite is called Well Suited. Kind of a masculine set. And you could use them a lot for guy cards, but also for other things, of course. So there's some plaids and stripes, kind of a tweed, more plaid, some bright colors, as well as just some checks and dots, a little bit of a floral, nice pinstripe, some other stripes. I think that's called paisley, and then some Night of Navy. So great colors there. It also has some twine combo pack, Well Suited. It's 2 colors, kind of a gray, and then the Night of Navy. And then also there's these little clever clasps in gold and silver that are also in the catalog. So how the product shares work, if you're not familiar with that, it's so you can get a little bit of everything and see what it looks like, get to feel it in your hands, and then kind of decide, oh, I love this one particular paper, so I'm going to get a full pack of that. So just kind of a way to, like I said, just get to peek and see a little bit of everything. So how it works is to get at least one sheet, some of them 2 sheets of the specialty paper. All of that 6x6 sheets is $38, and then for the ribbon, to get all 2 yards of each of the ribbon that I have shown today, including like the Blushing Bride one, the Gorgeous Grape, and the Fine Art ribbon with the gold. That's $11.50 to get 2 yards of each of those, including the twine. And then $16 to get all of the embellishments. So those are the things like the matte dots and the heart charms and the treat boxes and all of that. So if that's something you're interested in, you can email me directly. My email is hwestlake64@gmail.com. So I also have a website where you can go and order any of these new products and look and see what's available. Unfortunately, you can't do the product share there. You'd have to email me directly, but you can certainly order things on my website shown here. Also, like I mentioned just briefly, the Sale-A-Bration is going on right now, and how that works is for during January and February. For every $50 you spend, you can pick out an item for free from the Sale-A-Bration choices. They also have choices that are for $100 purchases. So beautiful things there. Again, go to my website to take a peek at that, and let me know if you're interested in the product shares. And I hope you have a great day. Thank you.